Achieving any actual change is really hard. Like really, really, really hard. It takes more than just voting for hope and change once every 4 years. That's because the systems in place are very, very durable. So the only way to actually achieve change is to mount a sustained popular movement. Recent years have seen a surge in popular movements such as gay rights, the Fight for 15, and Black Lives Matter. All have achieved significant victories. But what does organizing really entail?
What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now!
To find out, I went to a Black Lives Matter protest outside of the LA Police Commission and talked to Melina Abdullah. Thank you so much for talking to us.
Sure, thanks for having me.
She told me she sees the system as corrupt, so instead of trying to work within it, Black Lives Matter is trying to change it from the outside.
Historically, change has always come through a combination of inside participation and outside agitation. But it's that outside piece that we've kind of really dropped the ball on. You can't simply rely on working within a system that was designed intentionally to create these conditions.
Black Lives Matter doesn't have one central leader, which confuses some, especially when different branches push for different things.
Spread the word, what you heard.
But this avoids the temptation of corruption that comes with power.
We built a movement that we call Leaderful, which is really rooted in what Ella Baker calls group-centered leadership. And so there are many, many voices. There are thousands of people out today. There were thousands of people out on Sunday, and all of us have voice. All of us operate as leaders.
Being an activist does not pay very well. It's hard, thankless work that usually comes on top of a full-time job.
All of us have lives, right? I'm a single mother of 3 children, right? I have a full-time job. I am a daughter and a sister, and I have lots of responsibilities, a community member. So we were very conscious of that when Black Lives Matter was born, and we were very committed to building a movement rather than a moment. So what we decided to do is intentionally build space where I get to be all of those things inside of this space.
If I work hard, don't I deserve to be able to have a livable wage?
The other movement that has won major victories in recent years is the Fight for 15. We talked to Edgar Gonzalez, who's been a leader since the movement started in LA 3 years ago. How'd you get involved with it?
What got me involved was poverty, not being able to provide for my family. I don't have my parents, so I have to provide for myself. I had to get a job. So I got a job and I wasn't treated equally as others. I wasn't getting paid what I needed to get paid, most of the time working overtime.
What victories have you guys won?
Well, we won $15 an hour in Los Angeles, not only for fast food workers, but also for everyone. Everyone that's making minimum wage.
How much collaboration or cross-pollination do you guys have with movements like Black Lives Matter?
Well, we have a lot in common. We actually started around the same time when we started, so it's new movements. These people that are fighting for Black Lives Matter, they're also fighting to survive. They're also fighting to feed their families. They're also fighting poverty. That's our struggle, and we share the similar struggle. They're just fighting, they're focusing on race, we're focusing on the labor movement. But it all interconnects. We're all poor people working to be able to survive in the country that supposedly talks about opportunity. It takes a lot of time. I don't sleep, but that's part of being an organizer. That's part of being part of something big. You want what's best for the people. I feel like that's my destiny. That's what I'm here for.
The bottom line is that people in power won't do anything that affects their own interests unless they are forced to. The problem is that organizing a mass popular movement is incredibly grueling and exhausting work. The odds are seemingly insurmountable, and victories are few and far between. So yeah, go out and vote, sure. But if you want to achieve real change, go dedicate a decade to a popular movement.